What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Gunna's fifth album, One of Wun. The Atlanta rapper is back with another big album after his comeback album about a year ago last summer, following his release escape from the YSL RICO case and everything that has let out on Atlanta hip hop. It's been a long few years for Gunna, to say the least. I think a lot of people know this at this point, but having his first number one album come out, DS Forever, and then immediately getting embroiled in a very serious legal case, and then being able to escape that legal case to the chagrin of many, accusing Gunna of doing things that maybe he did or didn't do. Is he being disloyal to Young Thug, etc., etc.? Not going to go into the YSL stuff at this point because Gunna has really, I think, come out of it unscathed in the long run, because last year, the comeback album, A Gift and a Curse, featured none other than Gunna's first number one single, Fuck You Mean. And Fuck You Mean, absolute banger. Obviously, there's a TikTok catchiness to the song, but I think just in general, like, that became a very popular song, one of the most popular rap songs of 2023. And that's not, of course, Gunna's first big hit. Of course, Pushin' P, before all this shit went down, was a big hit as well. And I think Gunna, to his credit, has really built himself up into the kind of modern, like, trio at the head of Atlanta rap. You would put him, of course, alongside Lil Baby. I think Gunna has long since branched out of Lil Baby's shadow and is now truly one of his peers. And of course, the other being 21 Savage. And if we discount all the Atlanta rappers, over 40, I think 21, Baby, and Gunna are kind of running the scene down there, especially why Young Thug is still, behind bars and, going through a trial. To me, Gunna's fifth album, One of Wun, is just more of the same. I've never viewed Gunna as an album artist. He is certainly someone very capable with his flow and is a really solid rapper. But if I'm not getting like a really big hit from Gunna, like a Pushin' P, like a Fuck You Mean, I really just kind of pick and choose the songs I think stand out. I'm not hearing a banger of that caliber on One of Wun. So what I'm left with is frankly a lot of very samey, repetitive beats on an album that certainly feels long by the end. There's some solid songs. Like, Gunna has, I think, a solid floor as a rapper, and he's in particular a really strong guest. Look at his recent spot on the Tyler song Jump, a recent hit. You're never really going to go to Gunna for introspective lyrics. There's a lot of opportunity for him to get more introspective given everything that's happened in his personal life the last few years. And I gotta say, some of these trap beats are quite dull, and even though Gunna has good flow, when the beats are dull, repeating a flow stands out a little too much for me, for my taste, on One of Wun. So I thought this was fine. There's nothing overtly bad about the album, but frankly, I was just a little bit bored by the end. And it doesn't really change my opinion of Gunna, which is that he's not really an album artist. Frankly, I feel the same way about his peer Lil Baby as well. 21 is the only one I think really stands out in Atlanta at the top right now in terms of album artists. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Gunna is very successful. He streams very well. But I think to reach the upper echelon or reach the next step of critical acclaim, I think he needs to take his next step in terms of his artistry, and whether he does that or not remains to be seen. He's a very successful artist nonetheless. But yeah, ultimately, I think my favorite song on this, it's really hard for me to pick. I think Neck on a Yacht stands out early on as a nice highlight. The title track, One of Wun, the way the bass hits, the flow is very tight. That one's good. The song Tree stood out to me on the beat side because it has like violin, like out of nowhere. Almost none of the albums, none of the other songs rather have anything like that. Frankly, none of the guests are that inspiring. Offset's okay. Normani's barely on the song though. Let It Breathe, Roddy Ricch, I thought was pretty solid, but yeah, it's just okay. Let me know though. Did you like One of Wun a lot more than me? If so, please let me know why. And for more rap reviews, more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.